Hey, welcome back to Jamie Bake's Summer of Creativity. Today we're going to be drawing Scooby-Doo, and what you got to do to get a free cake pop is draw with me, bring it in, hang it up, and pick out a cake pop. We got vanilla and chocolate in the store. We're at 311 St. John Street in Havre de Grace. Let your parents know. And all you need today is a pencil, a pen, and something to color with. So let's start. I start with a circle. This is how I know where the head is going to be, how big it is. And do it very lightly because we're going to erase these lines afterwards, okay? And then I do a center line, and right on the bottom of the circle is going to be the nose. And it's not super straight lines, it's kind of triangular with like curved edges. So I go over it very gently. And then right next to the nose at the same point is going to be the corners of the mouth. And it's kind of a J shape, like this. I'm going to do that on both sides, just so I have good placement on where the top of the mouth is going to be. And then I go back to the bottom of the nose, and you can do this either way. You can start at the bottom of the nose and do the big circles, the big balls, going up to the J, or you can start at the J and go down. And right next to the J's is going to be the sides of his face, and it's kind of a point. It's going to point out and then come back in. That's basically where his cheeks are. But the cheeks go all the way straight up, and they go right into his ear. So it's all very good for placement. And then right above the nose, I'm going to do a straight line here. Press gently, and this is going to be where the eyes are. And don't do perfect circles that go all the way around, because every drawing that I've seen of Scooby-Doo, there's a gap. It's not going all the way around. It's not a closed circle, it's open on the insides. And he has eyebrows, big thick eyebrows. And there's going to be the top of his head. It's not going to be all the way at the top of the circle. I did this before and his head ended up being too big, so bring it down a little bit. And on the nose, his nose is going to be black, but there's a part on the top of the nose where the light hits, where we aren't going to shade it in. And you don't have to draw Scooby-Doo, but draw your favorite Scooby-Doo character. Maybe yours is Velma or Shaggy or Daphne or Fred. I grew up with Scooby-Doo. I love Scooby-Doo. My favorite Scooby-Doo movie is Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. And if you haven't seen that, that's my absolute favorite. But check out that one. It's an animated one. And on his cheeks, he has these 3 dots in a triangular shape where there would be whiskers. But he doesn't have the whiskers. He just has the dots. Interesting. And I'm going back up to the eyebrows. They're very thick eyebrows, and they're going to be shaded in black too eventually. Now we're doing the ears, and they're kind of like two Dorito shapes. I don't know if you eat Doritos, but they're very odd shapes. But that side of the face that we were drawing goes up into the inside of the ear and wraps around like that. So it'll all be a lot clearer when we do the marker outlines too. I'm doing on the other side as well. You can see it's starting to come together already. And it's always important to use your eraser. You know, pencils, unlike markers, you can actually fix your mistakes. So if you have that opportunity, do it. Don't be afraid to erase. And I shaded my eyebrows. And now I'm going to draw a little goofy mouth. His mouth's going to be open. That's going to be the inside of it. And then a bigger, almost an oval for his chin. And then that's his lower lip. And he's kind of smiling or laughing at us. There's going to be 2 dots and a little hair. A little bit of hair on his chin there. And then his neck, he has a big, long, thick neck. going down from the cheeks all the way down, and then we reach his collar. His collar is 2 lines going across, but don't forget he has his dog tag on, and it's kind of a diamond shape. There's a big diamond. Then we're going to do a smaller diamond inside because there's a little bit of a yellow border around his dog tags. And then the SD for Scooby-Doo. And then I'm just going to touch up a few things. After this, I go into the marker, doing my strong black outlines. And after the outlines, I'm going to erase. So that's why it's important to not push too hard, because all these pencil lines will be erased eventually. I love drawing in pencil though. This is my preferred art form, is sketching with pencil. I'm just going around making sure that my shapes all look good and that I like my lines. You're going to see me erase that ear a little bit. Wasn't quite happy with that shape. Alright, and I'm going to speed up the marker with the line drawing. You all know what tracing looks like, and that's basically what I'm doing. I'm not tracing every line though. I'm not going to go over the circle, what we call construction lines, the lines that we use to build the drawing. I'm going over only the finished lines, the lines that I want to keep. And some lines I make a lot darker, or a lot thicker. Those tend to be the outer lines, the contour lines, going around the entire figure. And I like drawing with pencil and Sharpie, but whatever you have on hand is perfectly fine. Maybe you have some other markers, Crayola markers, totally fine. Do whatever, use whatever you got and whatever makes you happy. This is supposed to be creative and fun and experimental. Color Scooby-Doo whatever colors you want too. He doesn't have to be brown. Maybe he's a blue dog. Maybe he's green. Go and have fun with it. Maybe he's got some ice cream on his face. We all know Scooby-Doo loves to eat. Alright, so this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use, first we're going to erase our lines. Get all cleaned up. And I have a brown crayon that I'm going to be using because it's a big drawing. And using a brown marker would take me forever. And it wouldn't be very even. But a crayon is okay if it's not even. It still looks good. So. And I'm making some areas darker that I know would probably be in shadow. And some areas lighter. Yep, like the inside of the ear, definitely going to be darker. And then we got some yellow around the outside of the dog tag and the little ring there. And his collar is this kind of teal, greenish, bluish color. But you can make it whatever color you want, whatever colors you have. It's perfectly fine. Or maybe yours is going to be striped or something. I don't know. But alright, don't forget to write your name on it and bring it in, hang it up, and you get a free cake pop. So I look forward to seeing you guys. I can't wait to see who you drew, if you did Scooby-Doo or Shaggy or Velma, somebody else. But I'll see you guys soon.